Daily Dems doing the work, making noise, and fighting back, day 66. We're starting with In Case You Missed It, because I have a lot to cover today. Mark Pocan has a new episode of his podcast with Liberty and Justice for Some, where he interviews Randy Weingarten, the president of the Teachers Union. Greg Landsman interviewed Brittany Pedersen for the new Democrat Coalition's podcast, The Fly-In. And so did Hakeem Jeffries for the WTF show. And she also gave today's Democratic Daily Download, because Speaker Johnson threw a hissy fit yesterday and shut down the House because of bipartisan support for new parents being able to proxy vote. I apologize for not having Repping the Rep yesterday. It kind of became a bit of an extenuating circumstance. But we're back with Kathy Castor today. She posted this great thread of all the things that are happening in our country that sound like April Fool's jokes, but aren't. You probably don't know about this because the Appropriations Committee posted it on Blue Sky and in a press release, and that's it. But Ranking Member Rosa DeLauro used the meme "Fixed It For You" to rewrite the OMB letter she received with actual facts. It's so flawless, but it's not going to get the attention it deserves. Because of that House shutdown we talked about, the SAVE Act isn't getting voted on this week. But luckily, Mark Pocan didn't know that when he made this video yesterday. Because even though it's not happening this week, it probably is next week. And this is one of the best explanations I've heard of why it's such a bad bill. Also yesterday, the House Judiciary Committee had a hearing, all about Republicans trying to illegally diminish the power of the judiciary branch. And during that hearing, Joe Neguse did what he does best, making Republicans dig themselves into the deepest hole possible. This time, the hole digger was former Speaker Newt Gingrich. Ruben Gallego is putting a block on all VA nominees until they reverse their gutting of the VA. And finally, we have the introduction of two bills. They're both very petty and objectively funny, but they're very needed. The first was introduced in the Senate by Andy Kim, Chuck Schumer, and Adam Schiff, and it would require security training for those with high-level security clearance, because it seems like they don't know that Signal and Gmail are not secure. And finally, Mikey Sherrill is introducing a bill to drug test EM and his team before they can continue to work in the government. Both of these should be a given, but they're not in 2025. So those are just some of the Dems doing the work today. Try not to compare them to what happened yesterday. These wins are also creative and hopeful, even if they're not as commanding. We have to celebrate all our fighters as much as possible. Comment with the hand holding a pen emoji if you made it to the end of this video. I wanted to find a red pen, but they don't have that. Our voices are a superpower, but only when we use them.